Welcome back to the channel USA Coins 69, where we uncover stories hidden in metal and mint marks. Today, we're focusing on a coin that's become a favorite among collectors and history buffs alike, the 2015 United States State Quarter Dollar. At first glance, it might seem like just another piece of change, but as we dig deeper, you'll see there's much more beneath the surface. The 2015 state quarters are part of a special series launched by the U.S. Mint back in 1999 called the 50 State Quarters Program. This program was designed to celebrate each state's unique history, culture, and landmarks, turning ordinary quarters into miniature windows into American pride and identity. Each year, the Mint released 5 new quarters, each one honoring a different state with a distinctive design on the reverse side. 2015 was a particularly exciting year because it featured some states with fascinating stories and remarkable designs. For example, you had the quarters for North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Washington, and Idaho, all representing very different regions and histories but united through this small but mighty coin. Now, while millions of these quarters were produced and meant for everyday use, there are some very special versions that collectors dream about. What sets a typical quarter apart from a rare collectible? The answer lies in the details: the mint mark, the condition, and any unique minting errors. First, let's talk about the mint mark. This tiny letter, usually found on the obverse side of the coin near George Washington's bust, tells you where the coin was made. Common mint marks are P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But in 2015, coins from the San Francisco Mint were primarily special edition proof coins, often made for collectors and not meant for general circulation. This alone makes them rarer than your standard Denver or Philadelphia coins, but rarity isn't the only thing that drives value. Condition matters a lot. Coins are graded based on how much wear and tear they show, with mint state coins being flawless, as if they just came from the mint. Collectors look for coins with sharp details, bright surfaces, and no scratches or discoloration. A mint state 2015 state quarter can be quite valuable compared to one that's worn down from daily use. Another exciting aspect to keep an eye out for are minting errors. These errors might include doubled dies where the images or letters appear doubled, off-center strikes where the design is not properly aligned, or missing elements like partial mint marks. Coins with these kinds of errors are incredibly rare and are highly sought after by collectors. So, what about the value? With millions of quarters minted each year, it's easy to assume that these coins might not be worth much. However, when you combine a low mintage proof coin or a rare mint error with an impeccable condition, the value skyrockets. Here's the big surprise: some rare, flawless 2015 state quarters, especially those from the San Francisco Mint with unique errors or perfect grading, have been known to fetch an incredible price of $67,600. That's right. What most of us treat as everyday pocket change could actually be a prized collectible worth $67,600. This just goes to show how important it is to examine your coins closely and never underestimate the power of a tiny piece of metal. The 2015 state quarter might be small, but it holds a huge potential for value, history, and excitement. Today, we're exploring a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but hides a world of history and unexpected value: the 2017 United States State Quarter Dollar. This coin is part of a beloved series that has captured the imagination of millions across the country, but what many don't realize is that some of these quarters can be worth a lot more than their face value. Let's take a step back and talk about the State Quarters program itself. Launched in 1999, the program was a brilliant idea by the U.S. Mint to honor each of the 50 states with unique quarter designs. Every year, 5 new quarters are released, each telling a story about the state's culture, landmarks, or history. By 2017, the program was nearing its end, and collectors were eagerly chasing down these final issues to complete their collections. The 2017 state quarters honored the final 5 states: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. Each design highlights something special about the state. For example, Delaware's quarter shows Caesar Rodney on horseback, commemorating his historic ride. Pennsylvania's depicts the famous statue of William Penn atop City Hall. New Jersey's features the Revolutionary War-era Battle of Trenton, Georgia showcases the peach, and Connecticut highlights the charter oak tree. What most casual holders don't know is that the value of these quarters can soar dramatically depending on the mint mark, the coin's condition, and rare minting errors. Let's break down what makes the 2017 state quarter so much more than just pocket change. The mint mark is a small but significant letter on the coin that tells you where it was made. The three main mint marks you'll find are P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Philadelphia and Denver produced the bulk of circulating coins, while San Francisco mainly produced special proof sets for collectors. Proof coins from San Francisco are struck with extra care, giving them a shiny finish and sharp details, making them highly desirable. Next is condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with uncirculated, flawless coins being graded 60 or higher. These mint state coins retain all their original detail, sharpness, and luster. A 2017 quarter in mint state condition can be worth a lot more than one that has seen years of circulation, but the real treasure lies in minting errors. These might include off-center strikes where the design isn't properly aligned, doubled dies where elements appear duplicated, or even missing mint marks. These quirks happen during production and create rare, one-of-a-kind coins that collectors absolutely crave. Now, despite millions of 2017 quarters being minted, the combination of rare mint errors, flawless condition, and a special mint mark can turn one of these quarters into an incredibly valuable piece. So, what's the price tag for such a prized coin? Here comes the exciting reveal. Certain rare 2017 state quarters, particularly those with unique mint errors and perfect grading, have been known to fetch a jaw-dropping value of $64,100. Yes, you heard that right. What most of us see as simple, everyday currency can be worth $64,100 in the hands of the right collector. So, next time you stumble across a 2017 state quarter, don't just toss it into your jar. Take a moment to check the mint mark, the condition, and look closely for any oddities or errors. That humble quarter might just be a hidden gem. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just change the way you look at your loose change, the 2020 United States state quarter dollar. At first glance, this quarter might seem like just another piece of everyday currency, but stick with me, because this little coin hides some serious surprises that every collector and casual holder should know about. The 2020 state quarters are part of the ongoing America the Beautiful series, which honors national parks and historic sites across the country. But 2020 also marked a special moment for state quarters with unique designs and mint marks that can catch the eye of any coin enthusiast. Each coin tells a story, not just about a place, but about American heritage and pride. This year's quarters included designs for iconic sites like the Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, the War in the Pacific National Historical Park in Guam, and the Marsh-Billings-Rockefeller National Historical Park in Vermont, among others. Now, while millions of these quarters were minted for circulation, there's a hidden world of rarity and value that lies beneath the surface, waiting for the keen-eyed collector to uncover. So, what exactly makes a 2020 state quarter more valuable than the rest? The answer lies in three key areas: the mint mark, the coin's condition, and those fascinating minting errors. The mint mark, a tiny letter found on the front side of the coin, reveals the coin's birthplace. The main mint marks you'll see are P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But what's really interesting is how these marks relate to the coin's rarity. Coins minted in San Francisco, especially proof versions made for collectors, tend to be much rarer than the ones made for everyday circulation in Philadelphia and Denver. These proofs are polished and struck with great precision, resulting in a mirror-like finish that collectors adore. Condition also plays a massive role in determining a coin's value. Coins that have never been circulated and show no signs of wear, known as mint state coins, are the holy grail for collectors. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A flawless 2020 state quarter can fetch a much higher price than one that's worn or damaged from everyday use, but the real excitement comes from minting errors, those quirky, unexpected imperfections that occur during the coin production process. These might include off-center strikes where the design is misaligned, double dies where images appear doubled, or missing mint marks. Such errors are incredibly rare and often make a coin one of a kind, pushing its value way beyond the usual. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. With all these factors combined, rare mint marks, perfect condition, and minting errors, the 2020 United States state quarter dollar can be worth an astonishing amount. Some of these rare coins have been known to sell for an incredible $54,300. That's right. What most people see as simple change in their pocket could actually be a priceless treasure worth $54,300. So next time you're sorting through your coins, don't just toss that 2020 quarter aside. Take a closer look, check the mint mark, the condition, and keep an eye out for any unusual details. You might just find a hidden gem that could change your life. Today, we're exploring one of the most intriguing coins from the recent past, the 2014 United States state quarter dollar. This coin might seem like an everyday piece of currency, but trust me, it holds a world of history, artistry, and even hidden value that could surprise you. The 2014 state quarters are part of the larger America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started in 2010 and replaced the original 50 state quarters program. Instead of just honoring states, these quarters celebrate national parks and historic sites across the country, bringing attention to America's rich natural beauty and cultural heritage. In 2014, 5 remarkable designs were released, each representing a different state and showcasing a unique landmark or natural wonder. For example, we have the Great Smoky Mountains National Park quarter from Tennessee, the Shenandoah National Park quarter from Virginia, the Arches National Park quarter from Utah, the Great Sand Dunes National Park quarter from Colorado, and the Everglades National Park quarter from Florida. Each design is rich with symbolism, detail, and tells a story that connects us to the history and environment of these incredible places. Now, millions of these quarters were minted and circulated, but what most people don't realize is that certain versions of these coins, especially those from specific mints, in perfect condition, or featuring unique minting errors, can be incredibly valuable. Let's start with the mint mark. This tiny letter on the front of the coin reveals where it was made: P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia and Denver are the most common, as they were produced for general circulation. However, the San Francisco Mint primarily produced special proof coins that are struck with exceptional detail and polish, aimed mainly at collectors. These S mint mark coins are usually much rarer and more valuable. Condition is another key factor. Coins that show no signs of wear, known as mint state coins, hold the highest value. When a coin looks like it just came off the press, with sharp details, no scratches, and a brilliant surface, it is highly prized by collectors and can command a much higher price than a worn, circulated coin. The third secret to a coin's value is minting errors. These are mistakes that happen during production, such as off-center strikes, double die impressions where images or letters appear doubled, or missing mint marks. These errors make the coin unique, and collectors are always eager to add such rare finds to their collections. So, what does all this mean for the 2014 United States state quarter dollar? While the average quarter might be worth just its face value, those rare, pristine coins with special mint marks or minting errors can be worth a significant fortune. Here's the exciting part. Some rare and flawless 2014 state quarters have been known to fetch a whopping $68,400. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that's small enough to fit in your pocket could be worth $68,400 to the right collector. This shows why it's so important to take a second look at the coins you find, especially those from popular series like the America the Beautiful Quarters. Check the mint mark, inspect the condition closely, and keep an eye out for any strange or unusual features that could indicate a minting error. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a coin that might seem common, but carries with it a story of beauty, craftsmanship, and surprising value: the 2016 United States state quarter dollar. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves discovering hidden treasures in your pocket change, this coin deserves your attention. The 2016 state quarters belong to the America the Beautiful Quarters series, which showcases the incredible national parks and historic sites across the United States. Instead of just focusing on the states themselves, this series takes a deeper dive into the natural wonders and landmarks that make America unique. The 2016 releases featured remarkable locations such as the National Park of American Samoa, which honors the rich Polynesian culture and vibrant coral reefs, the Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri, the Ellis Island National Monument in New Jersey, the George Rogers Clark National Historical Park in Indiana, and the Cumberland Gap National Historical Park, which spans several states including Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia. Each quarter is a work of art, carefully designed to capture the spirit of these places, but beyond their beauty, these coins hold fascinating stories and, in some cases, extraordinary value. Millions of these quarters were minted and circulated across the country, but as with many coins, the key to value lies in a few important factors: mint mark, condition, and minting errors. The mint mark, usually a small letter, tells you where the coin was made: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. While Philadelphia and Denver minted most of the coins for circulation, the San Francisco Mint produced special proof coins, which are polished and struck with exceptional detail, intended mainly for collectors. These proof coins tend to be much scarcer and often more valuable. Condition is absolutely crucial. Coins that have never been circulated and have maintained their original sharpness, luster, and detail are called mint state coins. The better the condition, the more collectors are willing to pay. Even the slightest scratches or wear can significantly reduce a coin's value. Then, there are minting errors, those rare accidents in the minting process that turn a regular coin into something truly unique. Examples include double dies, off-center strikes, or missing mint marks. These mistakes are often very rare and highly sought after, causing their value to skyrocket. So what does all this mean for the 2016 state quarter dollar? Despite the vast number of these coins in circulation, if you happen to have one with a rare mint mark, in flawless condition, or featuring a notable minting error, you could be sitting on a real treasure. And here's the thrilling part: some of these rare and pristine 2016 state quarters have sold for as much as $63,500. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that's worth $63,500, an incredible leap from the everyday change we all carry. So next time you pick up a 2016 state quarter, take a moment to examine it closely. Look for that tiny mint mark, appreciate the condition, and watch out for any oddities that might make it special. That quarter could be far more valuable than you think. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey into the world of the 2016 United States state quarter dollar. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating coin stories and discoveries, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a rare or error coin? Share your experiences in the comments. I love hearing your stories. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and remember, the next quarter you find might just be worth $63,500. Happy hunting!